when you make a positive difference in other people's lives, you simply cannot go wrong. I know this from personal experience. I've made over $1 million in 3 different asset classes. Business is one, equities are another, and also real estate. And my focus was always in providing quality, affordable housing for people. And that
Yeah.
was my main focus. I was like, I moved to a community in Florida. There was no quality, affordable housing. And I looked around and I said, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make a difference here. And I did 100, looking back, it's like, it was a lot of work, 125 projects in that city over 8 years, just focused on providing good quality, affordable housing downtown. And it was
Mhm.
amazing, the results from that. So we know the formula works, right? When you're really
Yeah.
focused on making a positive difference for other people, you'll get all your needs taken care of. You don't have to think about it.
Very good. Love it. Love it. All right, good. Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, 5 years is my exit strategy. Not that I'm going to retire, because I love what I do and I always want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I want to scale back a bit more. Want to be, I'm in Canada right now. My wife is up here. We realized our relationship works better when we live in the same country. So um, I think I'm going to end up buying some more real estate on the Eastern Shore in the United States, be closer
Yeah.
to some family members, and just travel back and forth between Canada and the US. Things like that. There's a big world to explore. I know you're out traveling now and speaking at conferences, at your own conference, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of that, 30 years of that. So I may not do too much more of that, but my mentorship will come through our platform because it's near and dear to my heart. And, we'll have some type of exit strategy to pay back our investors.
Yeah.
Tenfold of what they invested is my objective for them. And after that, we'll see what happens.
It's not like you invented a software thing. Yes, you did, but it didn't start there, right? It started with your passion for investing and making money and being able to coach and teach other people in making money. In that software journey, I don't know, what have you discovered in that whole journey? Like turning your knowledge into software, if you like.
You mean what have I discovered personally, or through the
Or
process?
about doing that, or you've done it in particular thing in investing, right? I get approached all the time for people to do. We want to do a course. Can you do a course? And we're going to put that online and did that. But it's not quite the same as what you've done, right? You've actually put it into a working thing that people can come along to, and basically they get all your knowledge because it's all somehow in the system, right? And they
Yes.
just go, well, I want this, and you ask them these questions. Well, we suggest this and we suggest that. Oh, great, boom. It's almost like they've hired your brain, but also I don't know if you're using AI, but also, like that. So I don't know. It's like, what have you learned about that? What has that taught you, or what have you discovered from doing that process, I suppose?
A lot. I've discovered a lot. I've discovered the most important feature of any software is listening to your customers. We can, as creators, business owners, we can have an idea in our mind of what we think people want. But
Yeah.
the reality is, people are going to guide you every step of the way. And that's exactly what happened with our program, with our
Yeah.
software. And that's why we beta tested it for so long, because we wanted that feedback. We wanted to
Yeah.
hear from our users, what features do you like? What do you need that we don't have? And
Yeah.
so we're constantly iterating our product. And I mean, just right now, we're working so hard behind the scenes to create what we're calling a frequent trader program.
Mm.
And because our users have, we've listened to our users who have said, hey, I
Yeah.
love your software, and I'm a buy and hold kind of investor, but if I were to be a little more active in my trading, what could that look like for me? And so that's what we're stepping into next. Is, well, we're deep in it, knee deep in it,
Yeah.
creating that part of the software which will allow investors to be more active. They'll be on calls with me every single week, and basically letting them know what I'm currently buying, as well as option contracts, because that has been a huge part of our returns that we get for our clients, is investing in options. and in a safe way, because not, it's a little complicated and people tend to not understand it. But we just make it easy to understand. I've always thought that was my superpower, is taking complicated things and making them simple.